Book 5, Chapter 1 seems to be a retelling of the beginning times, up through the flood. It's more filled with flowery words that makes it hard to tell if this is meant as a story or fact that's disguised as a myth. MAN 113. The people who came with Nadi were wise in the ways of the seasons and in the wisdom of the stars. They read the book of heaven with understanding. MAN 114. They covered their dead with potter's clay and hardened it, for it was not their custom to place their dead in boxes. MAN 115. Those who came with the Great One were cunning craftsmen in stone. They were carvers of wood and ivory. The high God was worshipped with strange light in places of great silences. They paid homage to the huge sleeping beast in the depths of the sea, believing it to bear the earth on its back. They believed its stirrings plunged lands to destruction. Some said it burrowed beneath them. MAN 116. In Ramakai, there was a great city with roads and waterways, and the fields were bounded with walls of stone and channels. In the center of the land was the great flat-topped mountain of God. MAN 117. The city had walls of stone and was decorated with stones of red and black, white shell and feathers. There were heavy green stones in the land and stones patterned in green, black, and brown. There were stones of Saka, which men cut for ornaments, stones which became molten for cunning work. MAN 118. They built walls of black glass and bound them with glass by fire. They used strange fire from the netherworld, which was but slightly separated from them, and foul air from the breath of the damned rose in their midst. MAN 119. They made eye reflectors of glass stone, which cured the ills of men. They purified men with a strange metal and purged them of evil spirits and flowing fire. MAN 120. We dwell in a land of three peoples, but those who came from Ramakai and Zador were fewer in numbers. It was the men of Zador who built the great guardian, which ever watches, looking towards the awakening place of God. The day he comes not, its voice will be heard. The guardian could be the Sphinx. It does face where the sun rises, and they did worship the sun. The first 6 books are said to be Egyptian texts. It refers to a voice. The closest I could come is stories of a chamber with hidden knowledge. But this is just supposition. For me, this is a what-if scenario. Much of this chapter speaks in allegory. Hard to know if it's a myth or not.